Coming up on Star Salvation.
Maybe I wasn't as awful as I thought I was.
Now take the top off my blender. Where'd my purple and red carrots go?
Iron Chef Alex Guarnaschelli and Eddie Jackson, winner of Food Network Star Season 11, will mentor eliminated finalists from Food Network Star through a series of challenges that will prepare one of them for the second chance of a lifetime.
Monterey and Yaku, you have made it to the 4th stage of Star Salvation. Nicely done.
Guys, you all remember our next eliminated finalists.
Hello, Joy! I walk in and I see Monterey and Yaku, and I know that they're gonna give me a run for my money. I've really gotta knock it out of the park.
Welcome, Joy.
Thank you.
Bobby and Giada loved your Southern charm and your family stories.
But
Your dishes didn't always deliver the flavors you promised.
Joy, your tropical Jezebel chicken. It was sweet, but it wasn't sassy. I didn't get both flavor profiles.
A Food Network star is always exploring the latest culinary trends. And one of the biggest cooking at home trends these days is having ingredients for a first-class dinner delivered right to your door. Or in this case, right to your prep stations. Joy, since you're the newest addition to our competition, why don't you open the box to discover the trendy ingredients you'll be cooking with? Rainbow carrots with tops. You've got steel-cut oats,
Nice.
coconut sugar, seaweed.
Seaweed? Man, Alex, you really hit us with this one.
So in this challenge, all 3 of you are going to be using the same 4 trendy ingredients. You will also need to use a trendy technique or process to make a delicious and cohesive dish.
trendy in my neck of the woods is putting butter and cinnamon on a baked sweet potato. I don't know about this.
You're gonna get 30 minutes to cook. After you're done with your dish, you're gonna jump into the demo kitchen for a 60-second on-camera presentation. You're gonna present your dish, and you're gonna describe the trendy technique that you use to make it. All right, guys, your 30 minutes start now.
We have 30 minutes to use these 4 trendy items. My wheels get to spinning, and I'm thinking steak. For this challenge, I'm making New York steak on top of a smear of Dijon carrot puree, cutting up the nori seaweed to get on my steak to get a little bit of that sea salty taste. Then I'm searing my steak and finishing it off in the oven. Yeah, boy. My trendy technique kind of goes with the spirit of juicing. I mean, everyone's juicing nowadays. I'm letting my steel-cut oats steep in the water, adding some brown sugar. Then I'm gonna finish it off with a little bit of coconut water and turn that into a nice, refreshing drink.
I am going to make a baked salmon with pesto, sugared rainbow carrots, which we call copper pennies in the South, with the steel-cut oats as my side dish. I wear trendy clothes, but trendy food, a little out of my element, but that's all right. I'm gonna make it work. I'm getting the leaves off of the carrots and getting them in the food processor, along with the basil and the pecans, some garlic, cayenne pepper, some olive oil.
Joy, what are you making over there?
I'm making a lot of prayers. I'm using the carrot tops in my basil pesto, so that's my trendy technique. This dish is all hinging on this pesto.
I work in a restaurant. Staying on top of food trends is very important. People are eating healthier these days, and then I think vegan. So I'm making a dish that I've named Variations on Spring Carrot. And I'm gonna make a coconut seaweed cream. I'm gonna really show that vegetables can be the star of your dish. So I'm doing my carrots in 2 different ways. I'm poaching them and I'm roasting them. That's what I do every day. I make hip, trendy food that excites people. So Yaku and Joy better watch out.
10 minutes left.
God, that's so little time. How we doing?
I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna take the oats and make copper pennies like we do in the South. And I'm gonna fry the seaweed as a garnish on top.
I would just recommend you bake it.
Okay, I was thinking about frying the seaweed, but whenever the Iron Chef gives me a tip, I'm gonna take it. I've got the rainbow carrots going in a pot with these oats. A little bit of chicken stock to give it more liquid so that it cooks down, and I'm just hoping that's gonna get done in time.
Yaku,
Yes, sir.
what you got going on? I don't see anything.
I got my steaks in the oven.
Well, let's see what's going on.
Oh, I like that nutty flavor that the seaweed is gonna give it. As well, I got some herbs in there. It's gonna go with colored carrot puree, so it's gonna be nice and vibrant on the plate.
What's the liquid
Lots of
base in
color.
here?
It's chicken stock, it's the carrots, it's rosemary thyme. So I'm taking my mixture of my carrots and I'm pureeing it in the mixer so I can give it a nice smooth feel. Now take the top off my blender. Where'd my purple and red carrots go? I don't see anything but brown. Doesn't look that appealing at this point.
Monterey, is this your station right here?
Are you poaching each color of carrot
Yeah,
individually?
separately. Otherwise, the colors bleed together.
There's a trend right there.
That's a trend, yeah.
To make my coconut cream, I infuse coconut milk with some seaweed and let it steep over a medium flame. I buzz it with a hand blender to give it a little bit of a froth, because it's gonna look really cool on the plate with like little bubbles.
5 minutes, guys.
I go back to check on my carrots, and my oats are still crunchy. To try to get these oats cooked, I am adding more liquid, and I'm putting another pan on top of the pot to keep the moisture in and try to get them to cook a little more rapidly. Hopefully that'll work.
I thought that my puree would be more of a brighter color due to my purple carrots. So I add a little bit of coconut sugar to my plate, and I start to caramelize it with the torch. This is gonna add a little bit more texture and crunch to the puree. I'm gonna hope that they pay attention to the flavor more than the actual look.
You guys have 1 minute left. You're down to your last minute.
I start to build my plate. I put the roasted carrots down, drizzle of the coconut cream, looking at it, and I'm like, I just need something on here. So I sprint to the produce fridge, grab a bunch of carrots, rip the top off, and like use as a garnish.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Stop!
Beautiful.
All right, Monterey. You have 60 seconds to describe your dish directly to the camera.
So before I deliver my presentation, I feel great about my dish,
4, 3, 2.
but once they call action, it's like being in free fall. I have my variations on spring carrot. It's just bursting with verdant, herbaceous springtime flavors. Herbaceous and verdant? Where did that come from? Now this plate is pretty as a picture. Best of all, it's completely vegan. It's the perfect dish. It'll be such a crowd pleaser. Maybe I wasn't as awful as I thought I was.
I think that this confidence issue is you owning your authority. You laugh off something, which is light and fun, but it looks like you're laughing off what you just said.
Confidence that you have in your cooking, like you have to bring it on camera, like each and every time.
Also, you use some other words like verdant and herbaceous that sound smart, but they don't make me want to eat.
All right, so we can go ahead and taste your food.
And this is the best plate of food we've had in this whole competition.
Because it's conceptualized. Got one bite and it was just the perfect balance.
You've nailed this, but you've got to make me want to make it and eat it.
Oh my God. Alex, you just made my life.
Joy, you got 60 seconds to describe your dish to camera.
2.
Hello, I'm Joy Thompson. I'm a wife, mother of 5, and a home cook turned restaurateur. What I've done today is taken a baked salmon and I've put a pesto on it, but not just any pesto. This has rainbow carrot leaves inside the pesto. So it's also got some pecans for our southern point of view. A little bit of seaweed on top to cut that sweetness.
When you came out, I could see the nerves in you. I spotted it immediately.
Yeah, I mean, a little popping and locking to loosen it up.
Okay.
I loved when you said not just any pesto. This pesto. You specifically referred to ingredients and what makes this pesto unique. I wonder if taking a bite of your food wouldn't be a way to connect with what you did.
Okay, yes.
All right, so why don't we taste your food?
As I'm standing there watching the judges eat my dish, I'm just trying to see some kind of reaction.
Pesto is really good. I was born in Georgia. That's like the home of pecans. So you using that in the pesto definitely let your inner self shine.
Thank you.
And I like that you use the whole carrot from head to toe.
The issue that I'm having is the oats. They're underdone.
A little on the bird seedy side.
Those steel cut oats, maybe my ticket back home.
Okay, Yaku, you feel ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2.
How you doing? I'm Chef Yaku, and I have a beautiful plate in front of me. I infused the coconut sugar with the seaweed for my steak, and I seared it, gave it a nice crisp. Juicing is the big craze nowadays. I've taken my steel-cut oatmeal, and I infused it with a little water and coconut milk. Refreshing.
All right, Yaku, I felt during your presentation like it was a basketball game. It was a difference of halves. So the first half, you were a little bit cold. But second half, I thought that it was flawless. It was energetic. I believed you.
I think taking a drink was key. You should think about what you need to really connect so that I get that personal touch from you.
Thank you.
Let's taste your food. by cutting that nori seaweed, putting it right on the steak. The net result is this exterior crust that is sweet from the sugar you sprinkled on it and also got this deeply savory taste that is fantastic.
Thank you.
Gotta be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of like brown smear. It's just not pleasing to my eyes.
Visually, not your most stunning dish.
This has been one of my worst presented dishes. I'm hoping this doesn't send me home.
Yaku, Joy, Monterey, this was one of our toughest challenges yet. Incorporating 4 dissimilar items into one cohesive dish is not easy. The 3 of you came up with some really clever solutions. In terms of your presentation, there were mixed results. So today in this challenge, there really wasn't a clear-cut winner. Monterey, I'm starting to feel a little bit like a broken record. You are just not giving us that feeling that you're confident in your own abilities, which is so confusing because you delivered one of the best plates of the whole competition.
Yaku, what we're both looking for is just week in and week out that we constantly get to know more about you through your stories, through your description of food. And today I just felt like, I got half of that and I didn't get all of that.
Joy, your presentation was a little buttoned up, very nervous. You came here with a reputation for having that big, bold personality. You gotta be able to just live that on camera.
Unfortunately, one of you will be going home.
The person who will be leaving us today is? I'm really sorry to say it. It's Joy.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you, Joy.
I'm feeling disappointed, came in hoping to really knock this one out of the park and just didn't work out that way.